It has been a while, right? It's been like a week, 2 weeks. No, I think it's been a week about. Hey, hey guys, welcome to another video. This is not the 1 year special. Obviously, this is not the 1 year special, guys. I'm working on it. Okay, it's already been over a year. The channel anniversary has already been over a year. It's because the date caught me off guard, and like the date passed by, and I was like, dang, it's gonna have to be a little late. So it's gonna be like a year and like 2-3 weeks until the video's out. So you guys can wait a little bit longer. I'm working on it though. I'm trying. It's freezing outside. The temperature's dropped. Excuse me, and it's just been crazy. But in today's video, I want to talk about self acceptance, right? And number one, it's in the name, accepting yourself. And a lot of people struggle with or don't even realize that what they need is to accept themselves. Oh, look at that. I can like attach the mic to my finger. Because something that my mom would tell me a lot a few years back is before you establish connections with anyone else and like try to love others, you should first love yourself. And that's actually a good thing to think about. I would think about it all the time. Is like, how am I supposed to get to know others if I don't even know myself? How are they supposed to get to know me, right? If I don't even know myself, how can I present myself to people if I don't even know who I am, right? And getting to know yourself, sometimes you'll find a lot of things that you'll like, and sometimes you'll find a lot of things that you don't like. Me, I'd say I've been through the journey. I've been through the ups. I've been through the downs. Now there's definitely things about myself that I'd say are not perfect because I'm not a perfect human. No, none of us are, right? You might see yourself as like a good person and stuff, but someone out there might not like something that you do or the way that you are, and that's okay. Not everyone's gonna like you. As long as you're not hurting yourself, you're not hurting others, you're not being rude or anything like that. You're just being yourself, and they still don't like you, then there's nothing you can do about that. What's more important at the end of the day is you accepting yourself, knowing that you were created by God. You were God's creation. You were beautiful, wonderfully made in His image. And the thought of that, to me especially, is very refreshing, right? Because we were made in His image. You were beautiful. God thinks you are good enough. You are just like you. God thinks you are perfect just for Him. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, like not perfect, but God looks at you and says, you are enough. You're more than enough. You don't have to, be more than you are. You don't have to be less than you are. Now, I'm talking in the sense like you don't have to change, like sometimes your physical appearance, the way you look. God doesn't care about that. He cares about the inside, what's in your heart. Now that, depending on who you are as a person, like let's just say you encounter some things about yourself that you don't like. Let's just say, you are someone who struggles a lot, who's been through a lot, and that's hardened you, and you're someone that's closed off. You know what I mean? God wants you to open up your heart. He wants you to soften your heart. Go to Him, speak to Him. And let me really start talking about self-acceptance now, because I've barely really touched on that. Is basically no one, other than God, no one knows you more than you. And you need to be able to accept yourself, because at the end of the day, when you're alone, and there's no other person with you, who else is there but you, right? And life is already so hard to navigate. Sometimes there's already so many struggles, so many difficulties. Sometimes in life we have enemies, even though we don't want to have enemies. It's a lot of, different villains in our life. Sometimes not even people, but like, struggles that we face. And there's already too many difficulties to face. And sometimes the world can be a war field, like a minefield, like it could just look like war. So why should your head be like that too? Why should you sometimes, you hate yourself for some things that you do, some things that you say, and you still act like that anyways, but you don't like acting like that. And instead of trying to change, you just keep doing it, and you keep hating yourself, and you're not accepting yourself, or maybe you are accepting yourself the way that you are, but you don't like it. When I say self-acceptance, I don't just mean accept the way you are, even with the flaws that you can change. That's not what I mean, right? Because, I mean, again, if you don't want to change, you don't have to. Because at the end of the day, nobody can force you to change your ways, from bad to better. Nobody can force you. The only they can help you, they can guide you. God can guide you, but He can't force you to change. That's a choice you have to make to change for the better. If you don't like yourself and you want to do better, change, man. I know it's hard, and trust me, I've been there, and I'm still there, and I'm still trying to change day by day. It's in the little choices that we make every single day, and it gets easier to accept yourself, right? Because God accepts you now. He accepted you yesterday. He's going to accept you tomorrow. So why shouldn't you accept yourself, right? I've talked about this in videos before. And I just wanted to, give you guys a little something before the 1 year special. It might be a few days until I drop it, and might be running out of ideas for the main channel. The only video I have an idea for so far is for a Valentine's Day special, but that's in like a few weeks still. So yeah, I'm gonna come up with more things. If anything, like I'll do a quick vlog here and there, because this is a slice of life type channel. I mostly talk about God and stuff, my life and experiences and stuff like that. But I can make some vlogs every now and then. And yeah, sorry if I was a bit all over the place during this video. It's been a while. Well, it hasn't been a while, but it's like I didn't really plan ahead on making this video too much. I thought about it a little bit, because I always do a little bit of research before videos. But yeah, it's also cold and I'm tired, so I'm gonna go get some sleep. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and love you. Good night. God bless.